There is no doubt in my mind that the Atlanta Falcons need all the help they can get. But it seems like recently they've been getting some things that have been leaning into their favor. And in this video, I'm going to break down the big news that kind of came out today that could help benefit the Falcons in their pursuit of a good pass rusher. Now, the good news that's been happening for the Atlanta Falcons, number one, apparently there's teams interested in Kirk Cousins. I didn't see that coming. Two, the NFL has raised the salary cap expectation, so there is more money to flow around to sign players. And three, the big news of today, Joey Bosa is expected to be cut by the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, a lot of you are saying, we don't need Joey Bosa. We need to go out and draft an edge rusher. And to that, I would say, you're right. But I also will say, Joey Bosa could help this Falcons team get to a level that they've never been before. Now, the way I foresee it is Joey Bosa has been declining year over year, and he probably won't demand a big contract. But last year, he had 6.5 sacks. And what's very good about Joey Bosa is he's a technician. He knows the ins and outs of rushing the passer. In an ideal situation, I would say the Atlanta Falcons go out and sign Joey Bosa to a team-friendly deal because he's getting waived. There may not be that much interest in him, but also draft a defensive end or edge that can learn underneath Joey Bosa. You got Joey Bosa. You got Braylon Trice, who can also learn underneath Joey Bosa. You got the guy that you're going to draft, and you got Arnold Ebiketie. And from that point, you go from the the last place in sacks and edge production to, I would say, maybe top 10 with those acquisitions. Now, more about Joey Bosa. What makes him good? Joey Bosa was drafted in 2016, and there are years where he had 10-plus sack years. Joey Bosa getting after the quarterback has never been an issue. It's always been the health issue, and can he stay healthy? I'll go back to last year. Last year, he had 6.5 sacks, but there was always a nagging issue, and he only played 14 games. Joey Bosa knows how to get after the quarterback, but more importantly, he knows that technique to do it. Now, the Atlanta Falcons previously have always been interested in Joey Bosa, and this is an opportunity for the Atlanta Falcons to not only secure a guy who can help their locker room, he's a good quality culture guy, but he's also a guy that could help with sacks. Like I mentioned, he could be that Bud Dupree that they had 2 years ago. A guy that you know is not going to get a ton of sacks, but he's there, and he will help this pass rush get over the hump. And also, he may sign a team-friendly 1 to 2 year deal. If you don't like him, you cut your ties and you keep moving on. So, the Atlanta Falcons have the ability to sign Joey Bosa. The Atlanta Falcons have the ability to sign Micah Parsons. The Atlanta Falcons have the ability to sign a lot of players. And I would say this is pretty good news for the Atlanta Falcons fans. They also have the ability to draft an edge to go on the other side of that said person who they can get after. Like I said, I would say ideally, I would like to see him go after Joey Bosa, end up letting, forgetting his name right now, the guy we traded a third rounder for, letting him walk, get Joey Bosa, get that 7-sack-a-year production, draft another player, let him develop under Joey Bosa. You still got Arnold Ebiketie. You still got Braylon Trice that you've forgotten about. And from that point, you got Michael Penix developing. You got the offense. I think if you're able to sign a staple piece like Joey Bosa, who can help solidify your defense as a leader, and then you end up drafting more talent to go around him, that's where you start to develop a team. And we saw something similar like that in the Philadelphia Eagles this year, where they had veteran leadership, but they also drafted some guys. And I think that should be the plan for the Atlanta Falcons going forward. But all this to say, the Atlanta Falcons have had some good news for them recently, and hopefully they can take this positive momentum and actually make actionable steps to develop this team and make them better. And I think if we start with Joey Bosa, That is a good offseason for the Atlanta Falcons. But if you agree or disagree with me, leave a comment down below. Let me know how you feel about the acquisition of Joey Bosa. I think it'd be a good acquisition for the team, but let me know. And if you want to see more videos like this, check this one out right here. And like always, peace.